All right, what's going on today, YouTube? Welcome back to your favorite cyclist YouTube channel today. Today we're going to be doing a product review, and it's on something that people don't think about all the time. And that's going to be a locking skewer. Locking skewer. Everyone like, well, like shish swab skewer? No, we're talking quick release skewers for your bicycle. And why is that important? Well, what happens if someone just comes up, flips your quick release, and runs off with your wheel? What's stopping them from doing that? That's right, nothing. They can just do that. Unless you lock your bike really well, and want to lock both your wheels, your frame, lock everything to your bike, they can just come right up and take a wheel. So that's what we're talking about today. That's what we are going to be talking about. We're talking about the PinHead Skewers today. But before we get into this video, if you are new to my channel, make sure you head down below, hit that subscribe button. Love having you guys on the channel. If you are already subscribed, make sure you hit that little bell icon next to that. That way you get notified every time I upload. That way you're not missing any of my great content going on here. So let's get right into this video. So what is a PinHead skewer? What is that? First things first, we're going to talk about quick release skewers. So what is a quick release skewer? Well, it looks very similar to this right here. These will be, generally you have one on the front, one on the rear. Some cheaper bikes can have one on the front and a bolt-on axle on the rear. If you have a bolt-on axle, pretty much it's gonna have a nut on each end of the axle. That's gonna be the biggest difference there. Quick release skewer looks just like this here. Pretty much loose, tight. That's pretty much how it works there. Clamps down onto the frame or your fork. And pretty much the reason this is pretty vulnerable is this is there. Someone could just come up and go like that and open it up and off comes your wheel. So what solves this problem is PinHead skewers right here. So what is a PinHead skewer? A PinHead skewer essentially, as you can tell, looks pretty similar to that quick release skewer, except there's not a lever on that side, not a lever on that side. So if you notice on this side here with this little cap, you'll actually notice that there is a special, I guess you could say special pattern right there of little 3 grooves there. So what this does, that essentially gives you a separate lever that you can put on your key ring, toolbox, wherever you'd like to put it. It gives you this separate key ring here that essentially it turns your bicycle wheel or your bicycle axle into a bolt-on axle. So pretty much this special skewer here allows you to tighten that skewer. That's pretty much the only way to loosen it once it's tightened. So we're gonna go ahead and install it on my Trek 3700 here so I can show you how to install it. And that way you guys know what it's all about. All right, so I got you guys right down here, right at the front wheel of my Trek 3700. So as you can tell here, this one currently has a quick release skewer on it. Got the lever on this side, and then just the screw-on nut on this side. So first thing we're gonna go ahead and do, I'm gonna go ahead and get our little plastic rubber cap off here. I'm gonna disassemble our PinHead skewer here. Unscrew the one end, pretty much just leaves you just with this right here once you unscrew it. So we got that all set to go on. Don't even have to take the wheels off of your bike. All you gotta do is loosen your quick release skewer here. Oh my goodness, that thing's tight. All right, loosen that quick release skewer, and we're just gonna unscrew the other side here. So unscrewing that back side with the nut right over here. Oh, there we go. All right, but make sure you don't lose any of this, because you may want to put it back on. If you find yourself in a more secure situation, you may want to put your old quick release skewer back on. So don't lose any of that. Make sure you put it in a safe place. And what we're gonna do, grab our PinHead skewer here. I'm gonna go ahead and just slide it right in place of where your old one was. And you can see right here, it comes out just as a thread on end here. And then on the end, you got this little washer. Is that the concave, right? Concave, convex, I don't know, whatever side it is. The side that bulges out goes in towards the axle of the wheel. And then the other little end, the side that has those 3 little notches, you're just gonna screw that right on there in place of that. Make sure your wheel's still centered. And then we get our little key here that has the 3 little dots right in the right places. Get that lined up. And essentially, you just tighten it down like you would any other bolt. So just tighten that sucker up till it is nice and snug. I lost the grooves. Let's see. Where'd they go? There they are. All right. So you tighten those nice and tight up there. There you go. And voila. And then if you want, you can stick your little rubber cap on here. Make sure you don't jab yourself on the end there. But as you can see, you can't get to that. There's no way you're getting to that with a wrench or anything to get that off. And it's definitely not as easy to get off as just your standard quick release skewer here that I took off in like 5 seconds. So that's all you have to do. Very simple installation to it. And then when you're ready to take it off, you got your own key. You can put in your key ring. You just come right here again, get the 3 grooves lined up just like so. And just like any other wrench, you just turn it to the left, just like that, counterclockwise. And you pretty much screw it all the way off. There you go. And your wheel will just drop right out, just like it would with just a standard quick release skewer. So pretty neat little product here. So why would you want to use these PinHead skewers? Well, if you're walking your bike up in kind of like downtown areas, or really you're just concerned about the safety of your wheels while you're riding your bike, commuting to and from work or to and from school, you're just concerned about the safety of your bike. You just want an extra layer of protection. That's why you get these PinHead skewers. Really, they're pretty simple. They're pretty inexpensive as well. And I'd say they do a pretty good job because I still have wheels on this bike. And this bike had them on for, about 3 years. And I still have wheels. So I'd say it works pretty dang good. Helps you, really just helps give you an extra layer of protection. That way you can really lock up your frame really tight. Your wheels aren't going anywhere because there's no way to get them off without that special key. Now you might be going, what if I lose the key? Well, on the key is actually a serial number on the back. I'm not going to show you my key because then you can make a copy of my key. So there's a serial number on the back of the keys. So you are able to write that down. If you happen to lose a key, you can give PinHead a call. They'll make you a new one and send it off to you. So that's why you would use those versus just a standard quick release skewer. Now, when would you not want to use these? If you're going mountain bike riding and that's your sole thing you're doing, I would not get these. That way you have ease of getting that wheel on and off whenever you need to. If you're putting your bike up on a roof rack or a truck bed rack, like similar to my truck, where you gotta take the wheel off all the time to get it mounted on there, I probably wouldn't use these style of skewers. It's just gonna be a little bit extra of a hassle. A lot easier just to undo your quick release, take your wheel off, put the wheel back on when you get there with just a standard quick release skewer. That's really gonna be about it. If you're just recreational riding, your bike spends 99% of its time at your house, in your garage, or in your house itself, and is not really in a security compromised area, I would just stick with a regular quick release skewer. If you're going somewhere, locking your bike up all the time and rarely taking your wheels off, PinHead skewers, way to go. Make sure your wheels don't get stolen. So thanks for watching today. Hope you guys enjoyed this quick review of the PinHead skewers. If you guys are interested in this product, I will post a link in the description below that you guys can take a look and get one for yourself if you're interested. And if you did enjoy this video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up. Appreciate that. And we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching today.